She demanded to be moved away from a crying baby, so I moved her, right between two of them. The woman in 2A started complaining before we left the gate. Champagne wasn't cold enough. Blanket was too scratchy. Wi-Fi was slow. I've been doing this job for 11 years. I know the type, designer everything. Treats flight attendants like servants. Thinks the ticket price means the whole plane revolves around her. I smiled, nodded, fixed what I could, ignored what I couldn't. That's the job. Then a young mom boarded with a baby. Couldn't have been older than 4 months. The mom looked like she hadn't slept in weeks. She checked her ticket, looked at her seat, 2B, right next to the complainer. I watched her face fall. She knew. I knew. Everyone in first class knew. This was going to be a problem. 10 minutes after takeoff, the baby started crying. Ears popping. Normal stuff. The mom was doing everything she could. Pacifier, bottle, gentle rocking, soft singing. She was a young black woman. Couldn't have been older than 25. Traveling alone with an infant. Already exhausted before the flight even started. The woman in 2A didn't even give her a chance. You need to shut that thing up. The mom flinched. I'm trying. It's the pressure. Try harder. She hit the call button. I walked over with my customer service smile. How can I help? You can help by moving me away from this nightmare. I paid $8,000 for peace and quiet, not a front row seat to someone's poor life choices. The mom heard it. I watched her face crumble. Ma'am, first class is fully booked. Then move her to economy where she belongs. I can't force another passenger to relocate. She leaned closer to me, lowered her voice like she was sharing a secret. Maybe if the baby had a father around, it wouldn't be crying so much. You know how they are. I felt my jaw tighten. The mom heard it too. I saw her grip her baby a little tighter, eyes wet, saying nothing. The woman sat back in her seat, smiled at me like we were in on something together. I want your name. I want your supervisor's name. I want corporate's number. She pulled out her phone, started recording me. Let's see how long you keep your job after this goes viral. The baby was still crying. The mom was still trying. And this woman was shoving a phone in my face after making a comment like that. I took a breath, smiled. Let me see what I can do. I walked to the back of the plane, checked the seat map on my tablet. Economy was nearly full, but one seat was open. 42B middle seat. Row 42 had 2 families traveling together, both with infants. Both infants were currently screaming like they were competing for a prize. Perfect. I walked back to first class with my brightest smile. Great news, ma'am. I found you a seat. She practically leaped out of 2A, grabbed her bag, looked down at the young mom. See? That's how you handle things. You just have to know the right people. The mom didn't respond, just held her baby closer. Follow me, ma'am. I led her down the aisle, past business class, past premium economy. She started slowing down around row 30. Wait, where are we going? Almost there. Row 36, row 40, row 42. I stopped, gestured to the middle seat. Both babies were screaming, red-faced, full volume, the kind of crying that goes straight through your skull. 42B, away from the baby, as requested. Her face went through about 6 emotions in 2 seconds. This is economy. Yes, ma'am. This is a middle seat. Yes, ma'am. Between 2 screaming babies. Would you prefer to return to your first class seat next to the one crying baby? She looked at me, looked at the seat, looked back toward first class. I paid $8,000, and that seat is still available. Next to the passenger you said should be in economy where she belongs. An older woman across the aisle laughed, didn't even try to hide it. Ma'am, I need you to sit down. We're blocking the beverage cart. She sat, middle seat, between 2 screaming infants. I walked back to first class. The young mom looked at me as I passed. I winked. She smiled for the first time since she boarded. She complained the entire flight. 4 hours and 42 minutes of call button presses, angry glares, and muttered threats. When we landed, she demanded to speak to my supervisor, filed a complaint, said I humiliated her on purpose. The airline investigated, pulled the security footage, heard the audio of what she said to that young mom. They didn't fire me. They banned her, lifetime, from the entire airline. I still see the young mom sometimes. She flies this route every few months to visit her mother. She always requests my section, and I always make sure her champagne is perfectly chilled.